Ugh. Hey there, Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. If you're like me, you went on Twitter this afternoon and was very curious to see why something like PEMDAS would be trending on a day like today. Well, it seems like it's because this equation right here has made quite a name for itself. See, it seems simple, like it's an easy math problem, but it seems like there's two different answers people are getting, and honestly, it's causing a lot of trouble. 1 and 9. First, let's take a look at how people are coming to these conclusions. Now, the first step is, of course, to employ PEMDAS. For anyone that doesn't know, PEMDAS is a very popular method for solving complex mathematical equations. There are 6 different pieces to PEMDAS. Parentheses, colored here in green. Exponents, there's none of those in this problem. Multiplication in blue. Division in yellow. And then, of course, addition and subtraction, but we don't really need to worry about that today. PEMDAS operates in a way where you go down the line solving each part of the equation in that order. So let's take a look at how different people have gotten their solutions to this equation. Of course, we start with parentheses. 1 plus 2, 3. Once we take care of that, we have to take care of exponents. None of those there. Now this is where it gets tricky. So there are 2 different schools of thought and interpretations about PEMDAS. The first is that you go down the line. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. In that order, no exceptions. So now we're at the point where we have 6 divided by 2 times 3. And since multiplication is the next step in PEMDAS, naturally we must solve 2 times 3, giving us 6 divided by 6. Now division is the next step in PEMDAS, so we take care of 6 divided by 6, and that gives us 1. This is how we get one of our answers. However, let's back up to where we have 6 divided by 2 times 3. Some people believe, and these are both very popular and very possible schools of thought, some people believe that the m and the d, multiplication and division, are equal and have equal value. Therefore, we must move from left to right as one would do when solving a simple equation. So that would mean division is our first step. 6 divided by 2, which of course equals 3, leaving us with 3 times 3, which equals 9. So now we know how to get either 1 or how to get 9. But let's look at this a little differently. I have a bit of a different interpretation. A lot of people say that math is a language, and this is something I agree with. So let's look at this from a language standpoint. The equation is not specifically written 6 divided by 2 times parentheses 1 plus 2. This gives us, as the problem solver, a little bit of our own opportunity to interpret how we would see the problem solved. So let's look at this in terms of units. Let's say it's 6 units divided by 2 units of 1 unit plus 2 units, as the 2 is resting right outside of the parentheses, which implies, and this is up to interpretation, which is what makes this equation so interesting, but the 2 resting right outside the parentheses implies it is 2 units of 1 unit plus 2 units. Using that interpretation, let's now follow PEMDAS. Inside the parentheses, we have 1 unit plus 2 units, which is 3 units, leaving us now with 6 units divided by 2 units of 3 units. This is where, of course, we come to the crossroads, where either we go left to right, or we go multiplication first and then division. I choose to look at it differently. If it's 2 units of 3 units, that is first what we have to solve, because 6 units divided by 2 sets of 3 units is unsolvable before we figure out what 2 sets of 3 units is. Therefore, 6 units divided by 2 sets of 3 would be 6 units divided by 6 units, leading to an answer of 1 unit. Now, this is just my interpretation, and of course, millions of people have their own. I've seen them, I've read them, they're all very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what other people have to say. But I couldn't really fit all this in a 280 character tweet, so I thought I'd put it in a video for you, and let me know your guys' interpretations. Anyways, thanks and have a good day. I almost forgot my mask.